Can you hear me okay? Nice. Monster Prom. Let's play. Voice interjections. Yay or nay? Yay! Oh yeah, it's multiplayer too. So like, you know, if somebody who wanted to play could play with me if they wanted to play with me. Whoever that person may be. Just one player tonight. Let's do full game. Spooky High School, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then we were young and unafraid, sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna be Frankenstein's monster for sure. Okay. Sweet! And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates. Miranda Vanderbilt, age 19, a sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Damien, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Scott Howell, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Oh my. Liam de Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dork. Why is he 21? Why is he 22? I don't... Apparently it's prom for adults. Polygeist, a party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. And Vera Oberlin, a mean, self-made Gorgon with merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. But, as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Teen Wolf. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever! All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever, TM, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats. Oh, character building. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. Democracy is just broken. What would be the best way of choosing the leaders of modern society? We create a reality show called America's Next Top Presidents. Nope. Whoever can play the most heartbreaking violin solo wins. Or you put all of the candidates in an empty room with a wild grizzly bear. Whoever kills the bear should be our president. If everyone dies, then it's obvious the bear should be our president. I want to go with heartbreaking violin solo. So creative. You build a 100-foot statue commemorating an event so that in 1,000 years, archaeologists can learn something about the people of our time. What does the statue represent? Your least favorite political figure being devoured by rabid rhinoceri, which are also covered in badass tattoos. That mind-blowing twist in your favorite TV show. Yeah, the bear does seem like a good idea. That clearly changed the life of everyone forever, unlike that boring stuff they watch. Unlike all that boring stuff they show on the news. Or that glorious instant when your friend stopped you from texting embarrassing stuff to your ex while hella drunk. Which one? I'm gonna guess probably the rhinoceros one? What do you think? TV show, rhinoceros, or your best friend stopping you from texting your ex while hella drunk? Mm-hmm. I thought so. So bold. What would be the most appealing in a love partner? Very. I don't know that word. What word is that? Sun. That's no good. I'm going to have to look that one up. Tsundere. Personality. What does that mean?
It's like crazy anime girlfriend.
Crazy anime girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh no. A taste for party, kawaii eyes, soft fur, sharp wits, or a big horn. Hmm. I'm gonna go with sharp wits. The vampire. What? Do you want to play multiplayer with me? Let's go. Auditorium, classroom, library, outdoors. Oh, there it is. Outdoors, gym, or bathrooms. Looks like my stats are 7 smarts, boldness 7, creativity 7, charm 2, rude, fun 5, and money 5. Bighorn, yeah. It's a requirement, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the library. So I always go to pick up guys. Congratulations, you have been chosen. Win big. That day you spend some time on the library's PCs, sending malicious spam emails in the hopes of stealing other people's money. It doesn't sound very nice, but who's really the one to blame if they respond to such a blatant scam? You lose -10 karma, which isn't a stat in this game, so who cares, and you gain 2 plus money. You notice Miranda trying to put a smile on Liam's face. This should be good. I simply do not understand how you can be so gloomy all the time when the world is so full of wonder and magic. Huh, I guess I'm just not part of the Everything is Beautiful club. Everything is Beautiful club? Is that a secret club? What? I want to join. I want to join. Oh, how can I join? Liam seems totally sexually disinterested in continuing this gag, but you have no such reservations. You tell her, "You're in luck. I just happen to have the membership paperwork right here. Magic is real." Or, "Oh, it's super easy to join. All you have to do is eat a bunch of cotton candy and crap out a unicorn." Magic is real. I feel like magic in this universe should be real because, I mean, she's a mermaid and he's a vampire. I'm gonna go with magic is real. You hand Miranda I think that's the sound that means that I lose. You hand Miranda some membership forms you whipped up in Photoshop. They're totally fake, but she's loving it. Miranda fills out all the forms and skips off to mail them to 1234 Fairy Dust Lane. Aren't you worried about what'll happen when she finds out you made this whole thing up? You are, kind of. And when you run into her later that week, she does look pretty bummed. They rejected me. The Everything is Beautiful club rejected me. I got a letter, hand-delivered, by a glittery forest fairy saying I was too dumb and ugly to join their secret club. Disgraceful. Oh, alas, perhaps everything is not beautiful after all. Miranda flees in despair. You look up 1234 Fairy Dust Lane, and it turns out to be the national headquarters of the Jerk Brigade. Maybe you should join that secret club, you jerk. You lose charm and smarts. Well, crud. I want to sit in... Ooh, who's this guy? Let's see. Should I sit with the werewolf and the mermaid next to this adorable cat creature? No idea what's going on there. Next to the ghost and the vampire, or next to the demon and the Gorgon. I'm still smart. I'm still pretty bold. I have 7 creativity, but I'm not charming at all. I'm a little fun, and I have money. Where should I sit? I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet. I kind of want to go for the Gorgon. I always really liked Medusa. I felt like she was totally misrepresented. I'm also kind of curious about who this cat person is. Do it. What, the cat or the Gorgon? Cat, Gorgon. Cat, Gorgon. Cat. Cat. Oh, it's a shop! Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that will boost your stats. Shit that will lead you into stupid new adventures. Even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments. So, take a look. Ooh. Blanket with 2 holes. That's weird. Some impractical yet kind of funny glasses. A corpse. Yeah, I'm selling a corpse. It's like some kind of fashion accessory. It's not as if I'm trying to dispose of it. A Russian novel with an insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. A PR agent. A high school social life is so hard nowadays that hiring a PR agent is totally a thing. It's only $6, too. A sexy fake Latin accent. A gift that keeps on giving. A fake badass tattoo. A motivational poster. Well, let's see. I kind of want to get the corpse since I am Frankenstein's monster and it triggers a special event. Okay. I'm going to go to the auditorium. That day while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. Later, you hear come some kind of muffled squawking, and you see that Damien's backpack seems to be thrashing violently. Yay, Blue is here. I've been waiting all day to show someone Damien's cock. Miranda, do you ever listen to yourself? Miranda pulls Damien's cock out of his backpack, and the rooster begins preening himself contentedly. Isn't he the sweetest little thing? We're going to use him for cockfighting. Specifically, we're going to have him cockfight the cockfighters to teach them a lesson about why you shouldn't make cocks cockfight. Now we just got to find out a way to make sure that our cock wins the anti-cockfighting cockfight. Lift your rooster's spirits with a romantic proposal. Give your cock a cock ring. This cock isn't an expert on violence. You are, Damien. Go undercover as a rooster. What do you think? I already love this game. Can you hear the game music? You know, it's a dating sim. I don't know if it's R-rated. I don't think it shows any graphic content. I mean, adult. You know, I was watching the playback of the other game. How about now? Oh, camera's all crooked too. Now, is it too loud? How about this? Sorry. I turned it down to halfway. Is that better? Can you hear me okay?
Fucking metal.
Fucking metal. Oh man, how did I not think of that? I love finding opportunities for violence. With that, you, Damien, and Miranda get to work on Damien's incredible chicken outfit. It's sort of just a yellow jumpsuit with feathers haphazardly glued to it, but people are dumb, so it might work. You follow them to the cockfight, where Damien immediately begins to fight the cockfighters with all his skills at violence. And his very convincing rooster impression. Caw, motherfuckers! Damien yells, punching someone in the face. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-fucking-doo. Squawk, I can only fly 200 feet, he says as he delivers a flying kick in the knee. Cheep, cheep, Squawk, I live on every continent but Antarctica and I can live for 15 years, he shouts as he karate chops someone's clavicle. Whoosh. Good thing I'm creative, yep. You're not sure that actual roosters just scream facts about themselves to prove their identities. But Damien has won the fight by a landslide, and you can tell he's thrilled with his violence. And with you. Ooh, I gained 2 boldness and fun.
Let's go.
So that was a pretty good interaction. Where should we go next? I'm running out of the water. Classroom, perhaps? I don't know that we'd ever... I don't know where to find the Gorgon lady. I thought she'd be at the theater, maybe, but... I'm gonna go to the classroom. That day you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons. Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school. I gained +2 smarts! Man, I'm smart as heck. Later, you see Damien and Miranda chatting, and being a nosy little bitch, you decide to insert yourself into the conversation. Man, these two are everywhere. I look forward to this adventure so. Is there anything more wonderful than getting insight into the lives of commoners? Commoners? You better not pull that shit the whole time. My dad's are lords. My dads are lords of hell, you know. Technically, I'm royalty too. Hmm? Damien rolls his eyes and turns to you. Mrs. Panthera paired us up for our hands-on homework assignment, going on an adventure. Apparently I have some anger issues and a thirst for violence that I should be channeling into something productive. Thirst for violence isn't productive in of itself. Like, a thirst for violence isn't productive in of itself. And I'm supposed to work on being more independent, which is so strange since I told my ladies and gentlemen in waiting to fix that for me last week. Huzzah! I wonder what sort of adventure might give us the wonderful experience we need to fix our perceived but obviously non-existent flaws. Go on a deep-sea quest to steal beautiful pearls from a scary kraken, or journey to a volcano to have a hot time at a fire method strip club. Stripe club? Or deep sea adventure? Scary kraken. Hey, good call, actually. Miranda's already familiar with the ocean, so she can be a little more independent. I have absolutely no problems being independent. I know, because I paid my servants to tell me that. Stripe club. You're the one who has the issues to be worked out, Damien. And an undersea adventure will be perfect. You can't fight fire with fire underwater. There's no fire there.
Metal.
Fucking metal. Normally I can't condone killing for killing's sake. But this isn't for the sake of killing, it's for the sake of getting me pearls. The two of them dash off, cackling gleefully. They get full marks on their assignment and brag about this to anyone who will listen. Miranda has made the pearl the focal point of a choker, and Damien looks dashing in his kraken tentacle hat. That's a horn. It is a horn. It's, yeah, You gain a new appreciation for cephalopod-themed headgear, and you gain plus 2 smarts and plus 1 fun. Wish I could gain some charm. Let's go! I'm gonna sit with Damien. No? No. I'm gonna sit with the ghost and Medusa. You take your seat, and if you didn't know any better, you would say that it seemed like Vera and Polly are almost more interested in their phones than they are in you. And you know better, and you know that. Yes, that is exactly what's happening right now. It's nothing personal, Blue. It's just that Polly and I are very engrossed in texting our financial slave. Yeah! Yep, it's pretty hard to compete with a guy whose fetish is buying you anything you want. That's my fetish too. Not buying things for people, having people buy things for me, duh. Good thing he's rich enough to take care of both of us. You know what they say, true friendship is sharing secrets and financial slaves. Still, I do worry that this arrangement might not be sustainable. What happens if he runs out of money? Our cash flow instantly stops, besides being handed everything you want on a platter. In this case, the platter being an online money transferring platform. It's almost boring? Yeah, I get that. It's a little less boring when you're on as much acid as I am right now. But see, but I see what you mean. If we could somehow turn this into a business venture, then maybe it would get interesting. And we could continue to profit even after he's gone broke from catering to our every whim. I mean, how interesting do you think business actually is? Since he's so obsessed with us, we could just tell him to do something totally insane and see if he does it. I don't know, a weirdo giving away his money and getting into hijinks is great and all, but I want to start making real money. And I think money is fine and all, but my favorite currency is chaos. It seems like the ladies are at a very exciting crossroads. Maybe a random bystander can give them a nudge in the right direction. Tell him to marry a llama! You can easily grow this arrangement into a business. Just escalate and delegate. Have the financial slave go to acquire his own financial slave to give him money, and have that financial slave go and find a financial slave, and then you have a pyramid scheme. Yeah, she's not as fun as she seemed. I agree. No. I'm gonna tell him to marry a llama. The Gorgon's boring. Oh my god, yes, that is everything to me. I actually had a dream just like that one time. Except it wasn't a llama, it was an alpaca. And it wasn't a wedding, it was a bar mitzvah. But other than that, it was exactly the same. Yeah, I don't think this is my scene. I'm gonna go check on my illegal law firm. Catch you weirdos later. I'm texting the financial slave right now and telling him to marry a llama. Oh, he's already typing. Let's see. Blue, you will never believe this. It turns out the financial slave has actually been talking to a llama for a few months now through Llama Monster dating site. He says he's a commitment phobe and never really defined the terms of his relationship with the llama, and he keeps introducing the llama as a friend, but he knows now it's because he was just scared of being hurt. He's taking this as a sure sign that it's time to be brave and commit to the llama, and now they're headed to City Hall for the ceremony right now. Of course, he says he'll have to take his leave of our group chat since his heart and wallet now belong to another. Specifically a llama. Aw, isn't that just the sweetest love story you've ever heard? I'm so glad we got to make it happen together. That is the sweetest love story you've ever heard. Or something. But hey, maybe you and Polly will end up having a love story of your own. Yeah.
Let's go.
Llama. Llama, llama, llama. Llama. How about outdoors? Outdoors or gym? Beep, boop, beep. The ghost? Yeah. She's fun. I'm not very fun. My character's not very fun. But, I do like that ghost. The Gorgon was super disappointing. Out of doors or gymnasium? Outdoors. Cool. That day, during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension, and the consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself. But who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. While doing all that, you've been carrying your newly acquired corpse as if it was a totally normal thing to do. But some people seem to think otherwise. Oh no, it's the 4 most hateful people in school.
Ugh.
Why are you carrying a corpse, idiot? Shh, what a shameful display of distaste. Carrying corpses is for noobs. Aw, she loves corpses and she's super drunk. The 3 most hateful people in school and Polly. As a school's social elite, we disapprove of this. I'm head of the hierarchy and I can't condone such stupidity under our domain. I'm in the taste of the hierarchy and I don't appreciate such puerile use of a corpse. Also, lesser known fact about corpses, they smell. I'm the fists of the hierarchy, and I want to punch you because punching people is what I do.
Yep.
I'm Polly. Also, I'm like super drunk, so whatever Vera says. Yikes! Despite your disregard for stupid social conventions and school hierarchies, you feel the urge to please them, maybe because that's what this game is about. When you brought this corpse, they totally told you it was a fashion accessory. And they were absolutely not just trying to dispose of a body, but now you're starting to feel that they might have fooled you. No time to lose. How can you convince them the corpse is actually a very hot fashion accessory? Trivia fact about fashion accessories, most of them are worn on your head. Quick, put the corpse on your head. Shallow social creatures respond only to status. Rip the brand logo off the most high-end accessory you own and put it on the corpse. Corpse on head, corpse with logo. I'm gonna go corpse with logo. Not so wealthy. You quickly rip the logo off another piece of clothing you had with you and put it on the corpse. Wait, look! The corpse is actually a McDonald's? Damn, you're so poor the best piece of clothing you own is actually a McDonald's bag you sometimes use as a hat. Oh no! That was not good. So you were going to eat this corpse? Disgusting. Fast food companies, am I right? They're always finding new lows. Give me that. Damien takes your corpse and bites its arm. He chews for a while. You're completely right. It is disgusting. No seasoning and super dry. I bet it's not even gluten-free. So immoral. I always suspected Blue was into fast food and necrophagia. You have poor eating habits written all over your face. Still drunk. And so they leave you with your corpse. This is the worst day ever. Also, Damien was right. The corpse is kinda under seasons and dry. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm. Oops.
Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah. Whoops. Let's go to the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirits, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural born leader. You gain 2 charm. Yay! Afterwards, Miranda summons you. It feels weird to be summoned, but you comply. You can't resist her merman goons.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Thank you for coming, my dear. I have finally decided to trust you with my most important aspiration. I am destined to be the Queen of Prom. The royal ascension is nigh. We must prepare. Most of my competition is naive. They foolishly assume that Prom Queen is purely a ceremonial title. Except Ursula Jr. She's proving to be quite a worthy rival. I respect that. Which is why we must destroy her reputation immediately. Any thoughts? Fart joke? Let's convince everyone she likes humans. Night, Jade. Thanks for joining me. Get some good rest. I'll talk to you tomorrow. A fart joke. Always a fart joke. Wah, wah. Prom Queen is an important title. My mother was Prom Queen. My father was both Prom King and Prom Queen.
Let's go.
Some new faces here. Okay, so there's the werewolf dude, the mermaid and the ghost with somebody. This Mr. Man, hipster, vampire, or demon. I'm gonna sit with this guy.
What's up, noob?
Yo, dog, can we have some of that beefy J you got there? We love meats that have been jerked. Come on, we'll totally trade you anything from our lunch. You can have this dead ferret, or this half-chewed telephone receiver, or... Well, one of them is talking, the others just straight up eat your beef jerky. You hit their noses with a newspaper, but it's too late. Haha, whoops, I guess we gotta trade after all, huh? Which of our foods do you want, dog? Wow, I'm both smart and fun.
Let's go.
Bathrooms. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn by skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. Miranda, oblivious to everything that's happened, approaches you, weeping.
Disgraceful.
Have you seen the news? The most dreadful thing has happened. The Lemurian monarchy has been overthrown. King Kraken no longer sits upon the throne of gold and baby skulls. Those filthy revolutionaries are saying he stole their daughters and ate their sons and forced everyone to work for free in the uranium mines. So he made a few shrewd financial decisions. That's no reason to depose him. If some innocent kidnapping and slave labor was enough to get the peasants in an uproar, I shudder to think of my own kingdom. Do you think my people might resent being forced to hold up the corner of the palace where the foundation is crumbling? Do you think the 100% income tax and the random cannonballs we fire into the villages might be taken as something other than expressions of goodwill? Could this plague of civil unrest infect my own domain? Oh, perish the thought! I am inconsolable. Console me. How might I safeguard my kingdom against the fate of good King Kraken? Give all your subjects belly rubs. Fishes love belly rubs. Duh, replace all your subjects with mindless robots. I built a robot army a few months ago, and I still have plans. This is fantastic, an army of good little robots to replace those pesky serfs. I bet they won't complain when we feed them for 2 weeks because we're having a party. And we'll be free to grind all our subjects up into paste and sell them as dolphin-safe tuna like we've always wanted. Thank you. You have truly done a good deed today. You have serious doubts as to the actual goodness of your deed, but hey, that's why you drink. You gain +2 creativity and +1 money from the tuna sales.
Let's go.
Ugh.
Let's go.
Food pick. Ride those picks to victory. What? What does that even mean? When I say food, you say pick. Food. No. Food. No. 2, 4, picks, 8. Food do we appreciate? Food picks. Oh, oh, go food picks. Oh, oh. Cease this incessant chanting this instant. What? But I'm trying to help you take the best food pick. You've been trying to take this food pick for like 20 minutes. You gotta snap a pic so we can eat your tasty food. I don't eat, Scott. I order this food so I can take pictures of it, and you are not helping.
Oh, bro.
Aw, bro. What I need is a cheer partner to take me to the next level. But it's too late. Scott's already chosen you as his cheer partner. Now it's up to you what the two of you will do. We gotta pick Liam up and toss him in the air. It's the only way to really amp him up. Liam's food picks are art, so we've got to use art to cheer him on. Quiet art of mime. Let's pick him up. Woohoo! I get it. Amp him up, like where the sky is. Let's do it. What? No, that's a horrible... Up you go, little buddy. Reach for the stars. Okay, I am actually getting some very artistic angles on my food from up here, but this is still not okay. Oh, Liam, always being sarcastic. He loves it. Wait, you chose now to finally start understanding what sarcasm is? I'm not being sarcastic. You can't fool me, Liam. I know everything you say means the opposite of what I think it means. Liam eventually gets Scott to put him down by saying he loves being thrown in the air. Scott still somehow believes he did the right thing and gives you the most intimate fist bump. Oh yeah. Bing bong, bing bong.
Let's go.
Back to the gym. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. +2 charm. As you wander around talking to yourself like a weirdo, you notice Miranda walking around talking to herself like a weirdo. She seems to be addressing an imaginary crowd.
Greetings, fellow classmate.
Oh, hello, I was just practicing my royal wave for when I am crowned prom queen. I feel there is a lot to be learned before I ascend the throne. Naturally, as a princess, I am already great at wearing crowns, talking to cute animal friends, quelling rebellions through excessive force, and singing sweetly. I have never so much as issued a decree. I wonder what my first should be. You don't have the heart to tell her that the role of prom queen doesn't come with sovereignty. Maybe you should just give her some suggestions instead. Paint every student pink. Taxes. Taxes are fun. Yes, paint, the great equalizer. How much more docile, more uniform, more color-coordinated they will be. Of course, I suppose people do have their distinguishing features that paint wouldn't take care of. Some have fangs, for example, but that's easy to fix. We issue prosthetic fangs for everyone. Or even easier, simply remove the fangs of anyone who has them. Yes, that's a good starting place. We shall go from there. Everyone shall be so pretty!
Let's go.
You're minding your own business when Miranda comes rushing up to you, very clearly distraught. Most terrible news, friend. I have just watched the documentary Game of Thrones, and now I fear for my own royal family. I did not realize how susceptible we might be to random acts of treachery, or how often we romance our siblings. I don't want to be shot in the chest by a crossbow while sitting on the toilet. That doesn't sound proper at all. Please help me put my mind at ease. How can I possibly identify political traitors in my court? Just keep an eye out for the classic signs. Shifty eyes, hooded black cloaks, ordering knives in bulk. Pretty much everyone is a traitor. Just spin a bottle and whoever it points at, kill him. Excellent idea. I shall enact it at once.
Disgraceful.
Miranda immediately arrests herself on suspicion of treason and you for consorting with a traitor. She's acquitted because she's literally a princess, but you don't have that luxury. You're sentenced to be publicly pelted with sea cucumbers and lose 2 charm and 1 fun. Well, that was a total waste of time. bong, bing bong. Sitting with this guy again. He's fun. You approach the table and see Vera delicately lifting a forkful of quinoa to her mouth. When... Food, fork, 6, 8, who do we delicate? Deliciate? Eating, yay, eating!
Ugh.
Scott, what on earth are you doing? I'm cheerleading you to help you be the best eater in the whole school. What caused this obsession with cheerleading me through mundane activities that require no cheerleading? Everything requires cheerleading, silly. That's why we have cheerleaders for our cheerleaders. But I can see my cheerleading's not working. You haven't eaten anything yet. That's because you keep startling me with your damn cheerleading. I can't eat when I'm startled. Oh, that can't be it. I must not be cheerleading hard enough. Hey friend, maybe you can help me. The problem is obviously that you weren't dressed up as a giant salad. Or, you shouldn't be cheering for Vera to eat food. You should be cheering for the food to be eaten by Vera. It's in the walk-in freezer. Giant salad. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I mean, sports cheerleaders dress like giant steaks and drumsticks all the time. Or maybe that's just how they look when I'm really hungry. Whatever, let's dress up. Luckily, the school keeps some giant vegetable costumes in the auditorium for health presentations, so you snag them and start cheering. Beets, aggressive. Eat beets, aggressive. There aren't even any beets in the salad. It's just quinoa and the tears of my enemies. Vera's pissed, but she does eat her salad really fast just so you'll leave her alone. Hooray for cheerleading.
Let's go.
Let's go. Out of doors? Let's go to the classroom. That day you were astonished by the new stuff you learned in class. You thought high school was all about doing stupid shit with your friends and trying to find true love. Who would have thought that class could actually be useful? What a nice surprise. Plus 2 smarts. Vera's giving an informative presentation in class today. It's called Why Everyone But Me is a Trash Person Who Deserves Scorn. Scott, we simply must help make sure Vera's speech is a success. Why? Isn't her speech about how we're all really bad and dumb? Because Vera is our friend, Scott, and friendship is the greatest treasure of all. Also, my parents owe money to her father. Oh yeah, okay. This calls for some good old-fashioned cheerleading. Cheerleading, yes, but how does one cheerlead? It's simple, you just... Oh no! I don't know how to explain it with words. Somebody help me. Do words good. If you think if you give Scott a sensible suggestion, it might just stop this from getting any stupider, so you tell them both to build a human pyramid, do the wave. Do the wave. Oh, the wave! I know this one! Poseidon, cleanse this classroom with your potent waters. The classroom instantly fills with salt water and fish. 5 people drown, and dozens more are seriously injured. Your teacher cancels class so that all the water and fish can get pumped out. Which means Vera's going to have to do her speech all over again next class. Scott smells like a wet dog, Miranda doesn't know why everyone's screaming, and Vera's adding a part about you to her speech. You lose 2 smarts and 1 creativity.
Let's go.
Let's go! That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Many people fall during the battle. You can't take any more, so you valiantly go straight to the other team's leader and start negotiations for a truce. After hours of intense diplomacy, you commit to an agreement. What an unexpected twist! You gain plus 10 righteousness and plus 2 charm. After your workout, you notice Scott standing around with a really unpleasant look on his face. Normally, Scott has a very pleasant look on his face, maybe with his tongue hanging out a little. Right now, it's not hanging out at all. As you get closer, you see that he's waving it around inside his mouth. You ask him what the hell is going on. Was doing tongue squats. It's part of my new workout system I found called the Idiot Cleanse. Only $1 for the first week, but I can't seem to get the tongue squats right. My form's all wrong. Look at my tongue. It's so weak and scrawny. You look like a person with a buff tongue. Do you think you could give me some pointers for ultimate tongue strength? You've got to work your way up to tongue squats, man. Let's start with some light tongue wrestling. Or dude, tongue squats are meant for dog tongues. Your tongue gets too swole. How will it flap around when you stick your head out the car window? Tongue wrestling. Aw, your clever ruse to make out with Scott succeeds too well. He's waving his tongue around inside your mouth like he's looking for peanut butter. Then he gets carried away and licks your whole face, especially your eyes. Thanks for helping me with my tongue fitness, bro. Aw, my charm. Let's go! You take your seat between the strongest and smartest men you know. Liam appears to be taking a very intense picture of some bizarre-looking food. Scott is looking about as confused as you are currently. But Liam, food is delicious. It's for eating. That's why they call it lunchtime. Neither of those statements is wrong, but they also aren't quite connected. Scott, if I had the capacity to eat, I assure you, I would still ignore the actual content of the food in favor of finding the perfect combination of flawless Instagram post. Oh, I see. You're going to post a picture to advertise to the food so people can actually... You're going to post a picture to advertise the food to people who can actually eat it. You're so smart. I'll be happy to eat your food for you. I'm afraid your palate is way too unsophisticated to appreciate these rare Japanese delicacies. Ooh, they're Japanese? Do you have any Scott snacks? You know what? Fine. I've taken all the pictures I need. Eat whatever you want. Thanks, Liam. Ooh, they all look so yummy, but I don't know where to start. Blue, any ideas? Maybe your choice of a snack can get one of these boys to want to snack on you. In an innuendo way, not literally. Go for the brightly colored bag of meat biscuits that somehow has an anime drawing of Scott's face on it. That says Scott Snacks? Yes, you do have Scott Snacks. Scott Snacks? What does that mean? How is this possible? Why is your face on an obscure Japanese biscuit brand? Is that really you? Oh yeah, totally. There was this one time where I was... Well, actually it was a full moon, so I'm not really sure exactly what happened. But somehow I ended up hanging out with these really cool Japanese businessmen the whole evening. But how... What even... Yeah, I guess they saw me practicing a few sports moves, and they saw how strong and fast I was, and they wanted to show their meat treats are strong and fast. So if they asked if they could use me as their new mascot, and I said of course. And then Scott Snacks became a hit, and now I'm kind of famous in Japan. Thanks for pointing out the Scott Snacks to me, Blue. It's nice to know you want to see my face. I want to see yours too. Huh? How is he so muscular and so adorable at the same time? Maybe one day you can put your faces together. Oh, Scott, I want to put my face on your face.
Let's go.
Let's go. Classroom? Auditorium? Gymnasium? Bathrooms or outdoors? Let's see. Let's go to the library. Managing your Kickstarter. Start Kicker. You deceive lots of people with sensationalist video and impossible promises. Nice. Suddenly you hear an outburst of swearing so eloquent we can't possibly repeat it. You go to see what it's all about. We've been over it 11 times, Scott. I'm sorry, remembering things is hard. Hey Blue, come help us. I'm trying to help Scott with tomorrow's history test. So far it seems like the biggest challenge I've ever faced. I gave him this copy of last year's test, but he still dazzles me with new levels of idiocy every time. Liam, I just can't. These questions are so complex and smart. For God's sake, Scott, that one isn't even a question. You have to put your name there. I'm sorry, Liam. I'm really trying. If only there was a way to make me learn things good. You start slow with basic questions, throwing Scott a bacon treat every time he gets the answer right. The results are remarkable. This is amazing! I'm so smart now! See, we just had to find the right approach, right? We can actually do something useful now. Right. I have to admit, where's my treat? What do you mean? I answered a question. We weren't studying, though. Where's my treat? You and Liam end up in the infirmary, and Scott ends up not passing his history test. You've learned about the perils of positive reinforcement, and it only has cost you your physical well-being. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. The monster prom draws near. Beep, beep, beep. I'm gonna ask Scott to the prom. Yes.
Let's go.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the monster prom with you? Prom, I don't know. You're nice and all, but I have a great sense of smell, and somehow this smells like a bad idea. So I should pass, bro. Sorry. You knew you should have taken a shower before asking Scott.
What?
Aw, sad day. It's okay, you moved on from this horrible and shameful failure. You became a functional person, and eventually you meet a sweet banshee called Ash. You shared lots of common interests, and after dating for some years, you married. One day in the middle of a casual conversation, you mentioned how you couldn't get a date for Monster Prom. Despite your years of happiness, your marriage couldn't endure such pathetic revelation, and so Ash abandoned you the next day. And thus you live the rest of your life, alone and sad. Never forget, Monster Prom is the most important thing. Most diplomatic smile. Life is like sports. Both are things. They have stuff in common. Alright, well, this has been fun on a bun. Thanks for playing with me, guys. You'll probably see me again either Thursday or Saturday night for another round of Monster Prom! Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. I like this one. After the Monster Prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Scott became an athlete. Not so long ago, he won a prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. Liam honored his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs Instagram filters. Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Unfortunately, prison was flammable. For those 6 weeks, the Monster Prom seemed larger than life, and then it just was gone, just like that. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended then, but there are plenty of other battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.